And here's the thing that's really important to remember when you're feeling overwhelmed is what is yours, okay? Like, I have some things to do that, like, it's not my stuff, and it's not necessarily urgent. It's like things I want to do for other people, but it's not an emergency, okay? I had to bring myself back to myself and look at what was kind of the most urgent and most important. We have this tendency to focus on other people, what other people want and need, not on what we want and need. So if you're feeling overwhelmed, I'd say that's your first step, right? Is look at if there's anything kind of like on your list of things to do that has very little to do with you personally, and that's not urgent, okay? It's different if you have kids or somebody that you care for and you have to drive them to the doctor. I mean, those things are a priority, of course. But so many times we put things in our brains that are priorities for other people. And once again, the key is, and they're not urgent, but they take up so much space in your head, you get overwhelmed. Okay, so that's a big one. Is recognizing those things, getting them right off your plate. Okay, and another one would be taking inspired action. Okay, so I have all of this work to do today, and my peeps come in and say, do a video about overwhelm. Like, perfect time to do it is when you started your day that way. So, when it's fresh in your mind about what overwhelm feels like. And so I'm doing the video. That's inspired action, right? Like, I got a list of a bazillion things to do today, but this is my inspired action. I was told to do it. So to me, a huge part of my job is connecting with you and helping you through the energetic life stuff. So here it is. Okay. The blog posts are there. They'll wait, right? So the videos, yeah, quick and easy for you. Another thing that you can do, and you could do this prior to overwhelm, during overwhelm, whatever, is removing resistance. Okay. Sometimes our resistance might be something like, let's say your house is really cluttered and it's constantly in your brain. Okay. Like, you're always thinking about, oh, I gotta dust, or I gotta vacuum, or I have to clean my desk, or whatever. Like, a lot of us, most of you probably, have something that is always there, and you're never inspired to do it. Okay. So if you let yourself off of the hook with some of the stuff that is not a need to do, and you allow yourself to start taking inspired action, then you'll find that you're able to kind of remove the resistant things. For me, it was my office closet. Because when I moved in here, and my husband was very ill, and then he passed away and everything, but we moved house, and because moving house was kind of urgent, I boxed things up. It was like, I don't have time to go through everything. I'll box it all up. I'll go through it once I move in. Well, my office closet, most of it, I still hadn't gone through. So last week, like, I put it in my head, okay, the office closet is a bit of resistance. And then I don't know, one afternoon, because I see, this is where your self-care and you're allowing yourself to be you comes in. And because I did that, and because I do that, I all of a sudden one day had the inspiration to take a look at that closet. And I ended up getting the whole thing cleaned out. Now, it wasn't on my list of things to do. It was something I had in my subconscious brain that I would allow it when I was inspired. Okay. And you'll find that quite often you'll think about doing something, okay, whether it's work or pleasure or pleasure being like going for a walk or something, or cleaning out a closet, and you try and schedule it. And then when it comes down to it, you've scheduled it for a day, other things come up, you're overwhelmed, and you end up feeling like you're failing all of the time because that thing never gets done. And so removing resistance, like the resistant thoughts of, I should be doing this, but I'm not, I'm doing that. Or, yeah, like things should be different than they are. Okay. So all I could say, like with these planets and the way kind of things are feeling overwhelming for many right now, is take some stuff off your plate. If it's not yours and it's not urgent, take it off your plate, right? If it's something like cleaning a closet, have it in your subconscious. But if you, I don't know, maybe you're sitting there one evening after dinner and you're thinking, geez, I think I'll just go look in that closet and grab a box or something. Then do that, right? Take that inspired action when you are thinking about it. Okay. It makes life so much easier, right? Remove these. And that's like the removing resistance also. Like this morning, I had about three things that were fairly urgent and important that I do. So I did those three things just right away. None of them took more than a few minutes. It's not like it was a big project. And instantly felt better. Okay. So do the hardest things almost like first, right? Like the phone call you don't want to make, or the thing that you've turned into this really big deal in your head that might not even be a big deal once you actually just do it. And that removes a lot of resistance and adds in a lot more going with the flow to the rest of your day. I know, like I've got too many to count projects on the go right now, and they're kind of all similar priority, but I'm going with the flow with them. Like if you allow some stuff's time sensitive and I do it. Other things, like the couple of blog posts I have, they're not going anywhere. They're not time sensitive. They're not related to, say, like an energy alert or planets right now. They're more of a general teaching thing. So they will get up when they get up. My Pete said today, do a video. Help people through their overwhelm. Okay. So that's what I'm doing. And so my best advice is cut yourself some slack. Put yourself first. Try and relax into it. If you're really exhausted, have a nap. I may end up needing a nap later. Pretty tired. Once I've done my urgent things. Okay, so anyway, God bless. You've got this. It's going to be okay. If you like this, you can like it or share it or subscribe to it or anything. Hopefully it helps you if you're feeling overwhelmed right now. Hopefully it helps you cut yourself some slack and maybe realize you don't have to be all things to all people. Okay. Your number one priority needs to be you. Okay. Till next time, guys. Bye.